Pause for a moment. And be honest with yourself. Do you feel that something inside you has changed? Yet you can't quite explain what it is? Maybe you've noticed you no longer have patience for certain conversations. That some people have started calling you different. Or that silence now feels more comfortable than trying to please. If this is happening to you, stay with me until the end. Because today, you may recognize yourself in a way you never have before. There comes a moment in a woman's life when she stops running. She slows down. She observes. She feels. And in that inner silence, something awakens. It's not a crisis. It's not coldness. It's not loneliness. It's awareness. Here at Mature Glamour, we call this the feminine awakening in maturity. And once it begins, nothing goes back to the way it was, especially the way you treat yourself. An elevated, mature woman is not born ready. She is built. She is refined. She remembers who she is. Perhaps you spent years trying to be too understanding, too patient, too available, until the day you realized you were abandoning yourself to keep the peace for others. The awakening begins right there. The moment you decide to come back to yourself. A mature, elevated woman is not someone who knows everything. She is someone who no longer accepts just anything. She understands that maturity is not about becoming hard. It's about choosing with awareness. And when that awareness awakens, certain signs begin to appear. The first sign is often quiet, but powerful. You lose interest in superficial relationships. Empty conversations begin to drain you. Connections based only on habit or emotional need no longer sustain your energy. You realize you prefer fewer people, but real ones. And that being alone, in peace, is far better than being accompanied while disconnected from yourself. After that, something even more subtle happens. You begin to feel people and environments before understanding them rationally. You walk into a place and your body responds. Your chest tightens. Or it relaxes. And for the first time, you choose to respect that. The woman who awakens stops ignoring her inner signals. She understands that intuition is accumulated wisdom. Another clear sign is that you stop trying to be chosen. You no longer chase attention. You don't over-explain yourself. You don't reshape yourself to fit. You understand, with maturity, that those who want you in their lives show it. And those who don't, you let go. No drama. No scenes. With dignity. And speaking of dignity, one of the most elegant signs of awakening is learning how to leave quietly. Before, you argued. You tried to convince. You insisted. Now, you observe. You understand. And you step away. Not out of pride, but out of self-respect. A mature woman doesn't need to win arguments. She prefers to protect her peace. Over time, you realize your time has become sacred. You begin to see that time is life in the form of minutes. And you start protecting it. You no longer accept invitations that leave you exhausted. Or relationships that only exist when it's convenient for the other person. You choose where you stay. And that changes everything. Another powerful sign is when you begin to prioritize yourself without guilt. Rest is no longer laziness. Self-care is no longer a luxury. Saying no is no longer rude. You learn to treat yourself the way you would treat someone you deeply love. And this reflects in your body. In your posture. In your gaze. Speaking of your gaze, your relationship with the mirror changes. You stop attacking yourself. Stop comparing yourself. Stop punishing yourself. You begin to see your body as a home, not an enemy. Every line, every mark, every change begins to tell a story. And you learn to honor it. This is mature femininity. This is conscious glamour. As you awaken, your energy changes too. You begin to notice who drains you, who confuses you, who exhausts you. And without guilt, you step away. Not out of anger, but out of respect for yourself. An elevated woman understands she doesn't need to be available all the time to be valuable. One of the most liberating signs is when the fear of being alone disappears. You discover that your own company can be light, comforting, pleasant, and this completely transforms your emotional patterns. Because when you are enough for yourself, you no longer accept emotional crumbs. Your style begins to change as well. You stop dressing to please and start dressing to express. You choose clothes that represent you, colors that strengthen you, fabrics that comfort you. Mature glamour is not excess. It's a personal signature. Another powerful sign is when you begin to see old patterns clearly. Relationships that repeat, situations that recycle, self-sabotage that insists. And this time, you choose differently, even with fear, even with uncertainty. Because awakening means leaving autopilot behind. You also begin to forgive yourself for the past. You understand you did the best you could with the awareness you had at the time. And that brings lightness. You stop punishing yourself for old choices and start using your story as wisdom, not weight. Competition with other women loses all meaning. You begin to admire, to be inspired, to exchange. You understand that another woman's shine does not dim yours. On the contrary, it reminds you of your own. Elevated women recognize one another. They do not attack each other. Silence becomes a comfortable place. You no longer need to fill everything with noise. You appreciate pauses, moments just for yourself. It's in that silence that you hear yourself. And when you hear yourself, you respect yourself more. Your spirituality changes too. It becomes more intimate, simpler, true. It's not about spiritual appearance. It's about daily connection with something greater. It's about aligning mind, heart, and choices. Another clear sign is that your emotional standards rise. You no longer accept confusion, indecision, or emotional games. You prefer truth, even when it hurts, over comfortable illusion. You understand that healthy love does not diminish, does not humiliate, does not confuse. You also realize you are different, and you stop asking permission for it. You change opinions, change tastes, change rhythm. And that's okay. You understand that growing means leaving some old versions behind. Your environment begins to reflect your inner world. You organize, you simplify, you beautify. Small details gain importance. A perfume, a candle, soft music. You turn your routine into a beautiful place to live. And perhaps the most powerful sign of all, you take responsibility for your life. No victimhood. No blaming the past. No outsourcing your choices. You understand that you don't control everything. But you do control boundaries, attitudes, and decisions. And that is liberating. If you recognized yourself in these signs, know this. You are not strange. You are not cold. You are not distant. You are awakening. And the feminine awakening in maturity is a return to essence. It's the moment a woman stops asking permission to exist. If this message spoke to you, I invite you to continue this journey with us. Subscribe to the Mature Glamour channel for deep, meaningful videos about self-esteem, maturity, and conscious femininity. And in the comments, tell me, which of these signs do you recognize most in yourself today? Your story may inspire another woman. Thank you for being here. Thank you for choosing yourself. And remember, true glamour begins the moment you come back to yourself.